Ryu is suspect testing Mienshao, one of the best offensive Pokemon in the tier, and here's why. And as always, make sure to smash the like button, it really helps out the channel. Mienshao has not always been the threat that it is now. In fact, Mienshao was once even NU. But over time, people realized how powerful Mienshao really is. Its speed and power make its Choice Scarf set not only the strongest Pokemon in RU, but one of the fastest ones too. But more than the Choice Scarf set, what makes it really good is its Life Orb set. Life Orb plus Regenerator allows Mienshao to become one of the tier's best wall breakers. A Life Orb fighting type move from Mienshao hits hard enough as it is, but Mienshao's access to Knockoff and Stone Edge make it so difficult to check, because it means a lot of flying types that are supposed to check it can't do it in practice. Because for example, Mienshao, the first time around, simply knocks off the heavy-duty boots of a Togekiss or a Noivern, and then it U-turns out, and now the next time Mienshao comes in, Togekiss and Noivern barely check Mienshao anymore. And meanwhile, Mienshao has basically just regenerated any damage that it took. So it's very difficult to actually deal with Mienshao in practice. In fact, the only true counters to Mienshao are Vileplume and Galarian Weezing, both of which are only B-tier Pokemon. And to make matters worse, Mienshao has excellent synergy with Xurkitree, another top Pokemon. The combination of Volt Switch plus U-turn is very difficult to handle in any tier. But even more so in RU when the Volt Turners are the most powerful Pokemon in the tier. Mienshao and Xurkitree form a almost perfect pair of Volt Switch and U-turn because they're both strong and they both synergize well. The argument to ban Mienshao is very simple. It is simply too fast and too strong for the tier. So what is the counter argument? The counter argument is that yes, Mienshao is a strong, powerful breaker, but it's a strong, powerful, frail breaker as well. While Regenerator does help, Mienshao is fundamentally not very bulky. Getting Mienshao in the game itself requires you to outplay your opponent. Whether it's through Volt Switch pivots or good predictions, you have to play well to utilize Mienshao. Mienshao is not something that's just going to steamroll you on turn 1. It requires some technique to actually use it well. And the argument is basically that Mienshao's frailty balances out its offensive power. The idea is that if you can consistently get a frail Pokemon like Mienshao into attacking positions, you deserve to win that game. That's not Mienshao being broken. That's just a good Pokemon being used well. And obviously the counter-argument to this argument is that the anti-ban side is underestimating how easy it is to get Mienshao in. While it is frail, Regenerator does help in that regard because you can have more freedom when coming in to take weak hits. So Regenerator does help there. And as mentioned earlier, Xurkitree is very good right now, and Volt Switch pivoting with Xurkitree is very easy, so it's a bit naive to say that Mienshao is actually tough to bring in, because you have so many options like good pivots like Xurkitree, and you have freedom to switch into weak hits with Regenerator. And this is a good balance team that you can use on the RU ladder, and it's built around Life Orb Mienshao. So as I talked about earlier, Life Orb Mienshao is one of the best wall breakers in the tier, and here we're pairing it with Choice Scarf Xurkitree, which is another good offensive Pokemon. And to really get into the idea of Volt Turn in general, we also have a U-turn Crobat, and we have a U-turn Incineroar too. So you have a lot of momentum, a lot of power. You're going to get a lot of opportunities to get Mienshao in the game and to start breaking it down. And to round off the team, we have a nice bulky core too for like a balance aspect. We have Steelix for Stealth Rock, and we have Milotic too, which is relatively bulky, good moves like Toxic and Haze. So it's a really nice balanced team built around Volt Turn. And if you use this team on the ladder, you'll have a lot of fun, but you'll also be able to see how Volt Turn works in practice, and you can really make a sound decision whether how easy it is to get Mienshao in, and once I get Mienshao in, how easy it is to actually break down opposing teams. So I really recommend this team, and I'll be putting this team in the description below so you can get an idea and use it on the ladder. Leave a comment down below what you think should happen to Mienshao, and whether or not you're planning to vote in the upcoming suspect. Thank you.